Before the NBA season was even over, Brooks made it known that a potential matchup against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers was not only one that he was open to, but also one that he was willing to embrace. To quote Brooks before the playoffs, "I wouldn't mind playing LeBron in a 7-game series. The legacy is there. First time back in the playoffs, knock him out right away. They'll test us good. They got good pieces, good players. That'll be a good first round matchup for us." For me, the confidence is everything. There's something about the knock 'em out right away that makes me internally laugh every time I read it. Guys, I wanted to hate Dillon Brooks so bad, but this guy is actually hilarious. Now don't get it confused. This isn't me saying that I agree with all of his actions, because as we all know, he does some incredibly dumb, unexplainable stuff.
Here comes baseline. Brooks open three. Good bounce from Miami. Oh, saved in, and Brooks could not keep it in. He just knocked somebody down right there at courtside.
Offensively, Brooks has been very mediocre this year to say the least, but that hasn't stopped him from picking a battle with one of the NBA's biggest superstars, LeBron James. For those of you that didn't know, LeBron and the Grizzlies, they have a little history.
Missed field goal attempt, go to the line and shoot some free throws. Only his third and fourth.
Now the second pick, some were saying, oh, well, that's the consolation after Zion, but I'll tell you what.
Revisit that draft.
Exactly.
Are now telling all the 56% overall.
LeBron, bring it right back with authority.
Typically, you don't want to get somebody that has the talent that LeBron does mad, because guys like Bron, they have the ability to thrive off of negative energy. And trust me when I say that these guys don't need any extra motivation, but yet here the Grizzlies are, only adding fuel to a fire that you surely don't want to get out of control. And we have to talk about that, but first, today's content is brought to you by PrizePicks. Guys, what if I told you that you could become a millionaire simply for submitting a lineup? Well, that's actually the case thanks to PrizePicks, who just took their game to a whole new level for the playoffs. If you haven't used code COOP already, you're definitely going to want to use it for this promo. Here's how PrizePicks NBA Playoffs $1 million Superflex promo works. Every day until the end of the playoffs, one entry will be randomly selected after 8 a.m. Eastern Time. If your entry is selected, you will be given a 6-pick flex with the following payouts. 4 correct picks equals $16,000, 5 correct picks equals $80,000, and 6 correct picks equals $1 million. The full details can be found at prizepicks.com/million. Make sure that you opt in using this link so that you can be eligible for that $1 million entry. Also, remember to use code COOP when you sign up so that you could get your initial deposit doubled. Thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring today's content. I never imagined this guy becoming the NBA's biggest villain when he was drafted out of Oregon, but yet here we are. To me, the best thing about Brooks' villain arc is that it truly seems like he's just getting started and hasn't come close to realizing his full potential. Imagine not being close to reaching your full potential as a hater when you're already one of the most hated figures in the league. A few days ago, an anonymous NBA player came out and proclaimed that the Grizzlies don't say squat when they're losing. Where have we heard that one before? Let's just say that this anonymous NBA player's sentiments on the Memphis Grizzlies couldn't have come at a better time, because right on schedule, the Memphis Grizzlies' own Dillon Brooks had a few not so nice things to say about his opponent following his team's huge bounce back win in Game 2 over the Los Angeles Lakers.
And when they started making a run.
There are some people, the Lakers are making that run, they get it to 14. You and LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that. I was expecting him to do that Game 4, Game 5. He wanted to say something when I got my 4th foul. He should have been saying that earlier on. But you know, I poked bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40. I pride myself on, what I do is defense and taking on any challenge that's on the board.
But wait, there's more. Brooks also said that he wishes that he would have gotten a chance to guard Bron in Miami or Cleveland because it would have been a harder task. Dillon Brooks is coming with straight disrespect. He's really out here acting like he destroyed the Lakers' hopes and dreams. But you know what? To be fair and to give some props to Brooks, he did hit that uncontested dagger in Game 2.
Possession for the Grizzlies. Brooks.
I mean, Bron was there, but he didn't contest it, and I don't blame him. Brooks is shooting 32% from the three-point line this season. If I'm the Los Angeles Lakers, I'm seriously thinking about making Dillon Brooks beat me. Now, to be fair to Bron, saying that you're not going to respect somebody unless they drop 40 on you is pretty wild. Guys, Brooks has been catching work from Bron all series. According to SportsCenter, when Brooks has been the primary defender on LeBron James, Bron has scored 26 points while shooting 61.1% from the field and 42.9% from three. Maybe me saying that he's been catching work is harsh, but even when Bron isn't scoring, he's making the right pass. Brooks hasn't even forced Bron into a single turnover yet, which is very impressive when you really think about his ability to shift the defense with a single pass and how much attention that Bron garners, period. I know that some people absolutely hate what Dillon Brooks is doing, but not me, because I think it's potentially genius and the media is eating it up. Brooks has Stephen A. Smith out here saying that there are moments that matter. When you talk about a team sport, basketball is what it's all about in this regard. When you chirp like Dillon Brooks chirped last night to LeBron James, you've gotta cook him. He also has Kendrick Perkins out here pulling out pictures and pouring honey on them.
Brooks did. He poured honey. He poured honey on himself because that bad's coming. That bad's LeBron James. And look, I don't even like holding that picture, but here's the thing, right?
Yeah. There are people out there that believe that Brooks has this master plan and that he's playing mind games with Bron, trying to lure him into a selfish brand of basketball that could be detrimental to the Los Angeles Lakers. If this truly is Brooks' goal, then the media pressure should only help. But you see, the problem is that Bron doesn't usually get taken out of his game for silly reasons. If he's going to play bad, he's going to play bad. And if he's going to destroy you, you're just going to get it that much worse now.
I don't want to talk much more. Tomorrow's going to be a great game. I'm not here for the bull. I'm ready to play, and that's it. I appreciate it.
Regardless, I do applaud Brooks for what he's doing. The guy had 12 points, was 5 of 14, and found a way to make the game about him. What he's doing is consistently creating situations that you don't want to look away from, which I must say is great for the Dillon Brooks brand and ultimately a win-win. Every time that Bron destroys Dillon Brooks going forward, people are going to talk about it, which again is great for his brand. DeShawn Stevenson was a very solid basketball player. And what do we all remember him for? Reasons that are more related to Bron than his actual game. It's 2023, and for better or for worse, building a brand has become more viable than ever for some of these players. While I'm not condoning at all what Draymond did to Sabonis, Draymond going to the sidelines beefing with the crowd like a WWE bad guy was mad entertaining and also great for the Draymond brand. Imagine the numbers if Draymond had dropped a pod from the locker room after doing all of this. Ironically, Brooks has also had beef with Draymond, saying that I don't like Draymond at all, just don't like Golden State, I don't like anything to do with them. Draymond talks a lot, gets away with a lot too. His game is cool with Golden State, but if you have him anywhere else, you're not going to know who Draymond is. He plays with heart, plays hard, and knows the ins and outs of their defense. I guess that's why they like him over there. At this point, it's kind of more like, who doesn't Dillon Brooks have a beef with? I even saw this guy get into it with Mike Conley earlier in the season. And Mike Conley just sort of has this face where he's like, are you kidding me, man? But on a more serious note, trash talk and heated rivalries are fun. There's nothing wrong with going the villain / Patrick Beverly route if you're not out here trying to injure anyone and okay with all of that negative attention that comes with it. If talented defenders like Brooks want to talk, then I just hope that they make it entertaining. Guys, clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm GetLikeCoop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.